The UN Fourth World Conference. So recently, me and a few classmates went to go and watch the most recent World Conference on Women. It was an amazing and deeply insightful experience. The cherry on top? Question mark. Hillary Clinton was invited to make a speech. As a large fan of Hillary's work and philosophies, this really made an already enjoyable and enlightening trip so much more worth it. She began right after one of my favorite talks from that day. It was about the frightening amount of workplace misogyny that results in resignation. Personally, I think the timing was perfect. Her speech was extremely empowering, which suited just right after the wake-up call that the previous speech was. You're talking more about the previous speech than Hillary's speech, and you're supposed to be talking about Hillary's speech, bruh. She begun her speech going over the interconnectedness of all women, no matter where or how they meet. Throughout her speech, she strongly emphasized on the power of unity and how much of it all women shared. The whole speech felt like a slap to the face of all the corporations, individuals, and systems that work against the progress and expression of women. The speech is now on YouTube and I can't stop watching it. I really recommend you do the same. Until next time.
Quickly one thing with the use like begun when I write, I don't close my A's.
Okay, so it's
So
began, okay? Well, it looks
sorry.
like you just thought, yeah. Okay, what do I talk about first? You guys can tell me. I'm about to rip this apart, hey? You did not get more
Yeah,
than 6 out of 10. You
yeah,
didn't
it's
even get
okay.
6 out of 10. So are you ready to be ripped apart?
Yeah, that's what class is for.
Okay, it's what class is for. Remember, you're an athlete. You understand how coaching works. And I think my
Yeah,
classroom runs more like a coaching session.
yeah.
Um,
Let's ready.
okay, so the UN Fourth World Conference. Now, the original thing said this was in 1994. When did YouTube start, my dear?
Yeah, I did not. Yeah.
Okay, so we have misunderstood the question, misread the question deeply. Okay, so recently, me and a few classmates, how to know when to say me or I? Can you say, so recently, me went to go watch the most recent World Conference? No, you can't. You would say, so recently, I. Okay? If you can't use it on its own, then you can't use it with other people. Okay, so recently I and a few classmates, but because it's English and not Afrikaans, you would say so recently a few classmates and I. Okay, when to go and watch the most recent World Conference on Women. Okay, now the most recent World Conference on Women was 1994. Okay, now you are writing as a university student to university students. Do you genuinely think that someone who is at university is starting a paragraph with so? A whole text with so? No, you have not understood your purpose. You have not understood your audience. You have not understood your text type. It was an amazing and deeply insightful experience. The cherry on top. Firstly, there are errors there in punctuation. Weird. If you're going to say the cherry on top, you're going to leave a line. Say the cherry on top, question mark, leave a line. Hillary Clinton was invited to make a speech. Okay? But also, it's the cherry on top. You are not 16 when you are at university. Please don't write like a 16-year-old from 2026. Okay? Understand who your character is. You are creating a persona for yourself because you yourself were not there in 1994. I was not even there. I know I look very young, but I was born in 1994. It was a very long time ago. All these wrinkles ago. Okay, all these grey hairs ago. But I might find more tonight because of you guys. Hillary Clinton was invited to make a speech. Okay. Now that has an exclamation mark. What? Okay. As a large fan of Hillary's work and philosophies, this really made an already enjoyable and enlightening trip so much more worth it. So much more worth it. We don't care, we are reading a blog post. She began right after one of my favorite talks from that day. It was about the frightening amount of workplace misogyny that results in resignation. I just want to point out to you guys, do you see how I use a different tone with each of you? With Siren, I used a very specific tone in giving you your feedback, and it wasn't too harsh, but I was very clear. With Ilona, I was quite gentle with the feedback I gave, even though Ilona didn't do very well. With Twala, I use a very harsh tone, and that is because I am being aware of my audience. Twala is a sportsman. Okay? He is an athlete. If he's not responding to you talking nicely, you need to make him run laps. Am I right, Twala?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Okay, so this is me making him run laps. So please don't get offended by how harsh I am with him. I probably won't be as harsh with the rest of you. Okay. Like, I know yesterday I had a workout and I was doing shoulders and back and I really didn't want to keep going, and my coach was like, you are going to do this. I don't care. Keep going. It was hard, but I mean, I made it happen only because I got shouted at. So now that result in, so here we have an example of an error in tense. What did I say to notice? If you have an error in tense, you're probably not going to get very good marks for the rest of it. Do you remember I said that?
Yeah, yes.
It's not because I'm taking your marks off because of the tense. I don't care about the tense issue. But the tense issue is usually indicative of the fact that you don't read enough. That's what it shows. So it doesn't matter how much you tell me you read, even if you spend 5 hours a week reading, like reading the text for English. If you are not reading it deeply enough and taking enough out of it to get your tenses right, you are reading low quality stuff, or you are not reading, or you are not focusing while you're reading. All of those are the same. They don't matter. Reading low quality stuff, this is like the level of reading low quality stuff is like reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid. It's trash. Okay?
All right.
So this is the type of, yeah. Now, she began her speech going over the interconnectedness of all women, no matter where or how they meet. Now, you take this paragraph, and this paragraph, the purpose of your paragraph is to show that you've read the text, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You need to not show that you've read the text. You need to show that you've understood the text. So you need to letter throughout the meaning, the meaning of the text throughout what you've got. Okay. Not just have this little thing here. The speech is now on YouTube and I can't stop watching it. I really recommend you do the same. I'm not even going to comment on that. Until next time. Okay, let's go to the mark scheme. Please note, everyone, that I love Twala to bits. And one day I hope to race Twala in a nice little sprint and win.
I don't think you. I don't think you will.
You think I will?
I don't know. I don't think you will.
You don't think I will? What position
I'm
do you
quite
play?
fast. I play striker or winger. So
You are quite fast then.
yeah, sorry about that.
Okay, but let's say we run for an hour.
Oh, okay.
Then I
No,
will.
then maybe you'll get there.
Because I can run 5 minutes kilometers for an hour.
Wow. Have you run comrades yet?
No, I don't want to run comrades.
Why not?
It's not good for your body.
My mom says that she did it once.
Yeah, it's really not good for your body. It's a nice thing to tell people, but it's not good for you. So I like trail running more. Okay, so let's look at this. We've got understanding of text, bruh. Maybe a 2. You at least showed me that you read the text. But in terms of characteristic features, no. No. Like either a 1 or a 2. I'm leaning towards a 1 there. Clear expression, no. Expression is clear but may not flow easily, with frequent errors which generally do not impede communication. Content is mostly relevant to audience and purpose. No, it's not. Because you've missed the purpose. You've missed the audience. It's good to add your personality. Here's the thing. It's good to add your personality, and that is what you've done. But you've added your personality at the cost of understanding the audience and purpose. You have not developed your ideas. Okay, you did develop your ideas. I'm going to give you a 2 there. So I'm going to give you a 1 and a 2. So you got 3.
All right.
Okay.
All right.